This week we commemorate 25 years since the massacre of 14 women at École Polytechnique. And as we think of these women, their families, and the countless others who have been victims of violence across our country, we also need to take action. Today, half of women in Canada experience violence at least once in their lifetime. And while violent crime goes down in our country, sexual violence rates remain stagnant. The reality is stark. Canadian women deserve action from their federal government. Will this government work with us and support my motion for a national action plan to end violence against women today?
Mr. Speaker, I thank the honourable member for her very poignant question, and certainly this week our hearts and thoughts and minds are with the families of those affected on that terrible day 25 years ago. And Mr. Speaker, our government has made it a major priority to partner actively with many across the country to address the effects of violence against women and girls. Among the many initiatives we participated in, the 16 days of activism against gender violence, released an action plan to address family violence and violent crimes against Aboriginal women and girls, introduced the zero tolerance for barbaric cultural practices, other legislative initiatives aimed specifically to hold violent offenders accountable.
Member for Churchill.
Mr. Speaker, initiatives are not enough, and they certainly didn't save the life of Zara Abdillah, who was murdered along with her 2 children a few days ago in Toronto. It's a heart-wrenching case of the way the system has failed Canadian women. No access to housing, no access to legal aid, nowhere to go. That is what happened to Mrs. Abdillah. The question is, will this government commit to action, a national action plan to end violence against women, for women like Zara and other women across our country?
Mr. Speaker, let me be very clear. On this side of the House, we actually have taken action. So whether it be the Safe Communities Act, whether it be our new bill looking at zero tolerance for barbaric practices, or whether it be what we've done to make sure that victims are supported with the Victims' Bill of Rights. We on this side of the House actually listen to women, we've listened to them across the country, and we've acted, unlike the opposition who continue to have a lot of rhetoric but do nothing to actually support those victims of crime.